They really just do not want to give up on this red flag law stuff.
And we begin with Vice President Kamala Harris's visit to Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School.
Kamala Harris speaking in the gym of Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Behind her there, you can see the family members of 6 people who were killed in this tragedy. They are holding photos of their family members. The vice president expected to announce, quote, the launch of the first ever National Extreme Risk Protection Order Resource Center to support the effective implementation of state red flag laws. A second announcement will be, quote, an official call to action for states across the nation to use the historic federal funding President Biden and Vice President Harris fought to enact. Those red flag laws allow firearms to be taken away from a person if they're deemed by a court to pose a threat to themselves or others. President Joe Biden has made clear he will make tackling gun violence a main issue in his campaign and has tapped the vice president to oversee the effort. But the vice president, President Joe Biden, say it's just common sense, and that's what we heard her saying today.
You know, there are only about 21 states that have passed red flag laws. So part of why I'm here today is to challenge every state to pass a red flag law. Of the states that have passed red flag laws, approximately 21, only 6 have taken up the offer that we have made through our administration of federal resources to help them with the training and the implementation of these red flag laws. Of the 21 that have passed red flag laws, I challenge the others, come on over. We got some resources for you to help you implement. The second reason I am here is to announce that today I am launching the National Resource Center for red flag laws. And this National Resource Center will be a place where we will, through that, provide for training for local leaders on how to use red flag laws and keep communities safe.
$750 million is how much this administration is allocating for a National Extreme Risk Protection Order Resource Center. You see, they didn't put that in the video. See, they tried to make it sound all nice and pretty and innocent. No, they didn't put that part in there, because this is essentially a red flag law center, aka your due process rights center, because that's what red flag laws do. They strip you of your constitutional right without due process. As far as I'm concerned, this is nothing more than a bribe by our federal government to state and local politicians. This center doesn't create red flag laws. It can't, because they're unconstitutional. So it's essentially a political shell company that tells state politicians, hey, if you guys pass a red flag law, we will give you all this money that you can make up reasons to spend on implementing red flag laws. Do you know what you can do with $750 million that could actually make people safer? How about using that money for a national campaign to teach people gun safety, which would drastically cut down accidental shootings? Or you could use that money to subsidize firearm training for people who can't afford to pay for private firearm training themselves. Or you could just give all that money to me so I can afford to give away to everyone their own pair of AKT1 blackouts, my favorite Bluetooth wireless in-ear hearing protection, so that people can do a better job protecting their hearing when they go to the range. They have an NRR certified protection rating of 25 dB. They have pass-through hearing so you can hear surroundings, and auto noise blocking designed to keep up with the speed and immediacy of loud gunshots. But the likelihood of that happening is slim to none. So I'll just put a link in the description section of this video for the people who want to get them on their own. Now, either way, you don't need $250 million to execute red flag laws. Well, then again, maybe you will if people start getting shot during the execution of unconstitutional firearm confiscations and the families start suing the states. It's not like it hasn't happened already.
An Anne Arundel County man is dead after officers say he refused to give up his gun to police.
Officers shot and killed him at his home this morning, where they were attempting to enforce the new red flag law.
Police now guarding the street where their attempt to enforce the new red flag law turned fatal hours earlier. Around 5:15 in the morning, Anne Arundel County police say they came to a home on Linwood Avenue near Broadview Boulevard to take weapons from 60-year-old Gary Willis. They say 2 officers knocked on the door and Willis answered, armed with a handgun. Sergeant Jacqueline Davis says at first he put the gun down and stepped outside to talk with police.
He was fine with the officers until they told him, hey, we're serving you with this order, and this order orders us from the court to take your guns.
At that point, she says Willis went for his gun. One of the officers tried to grab it out of his hand, and Willis pulled the trigger. That bullet didn't hit anyone, but it prompted the other officer to open fire, shooting and killing the gun owner.
Keep in mind, California adopted a red flag law in 2014, according to Giffords Foundation. That is an anti-gun organization, by the way. However, FBI data showed that California led the nation in active shooting incidents in 2021. Red flag laws are the perfect Trojan horse gun control laws. It sounds amazing on the surface to the normies who don't think past how the idea of a certain law makes them feel, but never look deep enough to see the hidden flaws and the dangers. You mean if I think someone is scary, I can report them and have their guns taken away? Sign me up. It may sound like I'm oversimplifying red flag laws, but I'm not. You see, the words on current red flag laws just use overtly complex language to say these people can secretly report you to a judge and have your guns taken away. And even if you do get the right to get them back, you're gonna have to pay to get the guns you already paid to own. Now you see why Kamala Harris and this current administration is bribing states with federal money to pass unconstitutional red flag laws. It basically empowers anyone who already doesn't like guns and the Second Amendment as a weapon to take guns away from people. If someone is a danger to other people and themselves, there are already laws designed to deal with these types of people. Red flag laws are disingenuous redundancies designed to legally weaponize the people who are anti-gun and don't want anyone else to have them. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Is there a way to implement red flag laws in a way that doesn't violate due process? Or are you like me and think red flag laws are nothing more than backdoor ways to unconstitutionally confiscate firearms from people? Leave your comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell symbol and click all, and then like and share this video.